I feel so low. All right, so it's been a minute. When I say a minute, I mean like 3 months. But not to worry, I've got stuff to show you and do. Made quite the headway with Mechanized Human, which was the robotics website that I'm making for my friend. It looks pretty dope so far. I'll show you it while I'm talking about it. I updated my personal website, so like I have more projects under. I think I added. No, I didn't add. I'm not gonna add Mechanized Human until it's done. What else? Oh, I added Decoded, which I'll talk about a little later. Me and my friend Jose, we did a lot of work on Mechanized Human in the last 2 months. So we basically have it at the point where everything's functional. At this point, all we need to do is make it look pretty and make it look cool. So that's like my part of the process, or I think I'm in charge of making it look good. Mechanized Human. Also, we've had a lot of posts so far for Decoded, which is me and Jose's, or Jose and I. I'm not sure the correct syntax there, but you know what I'm saying. Online platform to like ease people into, or help people get into code. Well, the idea of Decoded is to show people that it's not magic, that coding isn't magic. I don't know everything, but I do know a lot to know that coding is not magic. It's you spending time to research and understand what you're working on and understand the different technologies. So that's the whole point of Decoded. I think I already have a link in the description from previous videos, but this is what the logo looks like. And yeah, there'll be a link in the description for the Instagram handle, and go check it out if you want to. So we've made a lot of posts so far. We've done HTML so far, CSS. I think next is Java and then JavaScript and all the functional programming. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm actually gonna make a post today. I think it's gonna be CSS. I'm not sure exactly what topic I want to talk about. I think the first CSS we did was the idea of classes and IDs. So yeah, go check that post out if you want to know about classes and IDs. It's how you select what you want to style. You could think of the CSS of a web page like your clothes. It's how you look. It's the style of it. And the HTML, which is the body of a web page, is basically your body as a person. So think of yourself as an HTML entity, and then think of your clothes as the CSS. If you're going to go any further than that, you could think of JavaScript as the brain, more or less. So it's doing a lot of thinking stuff. Very broad, I know. Trust me, HTML is your body, CSS is your clothes, and JavaScript is your brain. Alright, moving on. I'm just writing stuff down so I don't forget that I said it. I'm making a Twitter bot right now. I'll release it. I'll talk about exactly what it does once I release it. I don't want to talk about it before I release it because I don't want necessarily anyone taking the idea. Not that anybody would. I mean, there's already web apps out there for it, but I have not seen a Twitter account that does what I want to do or what I'm doing right now. So I think it's pretty cool. Basically, I'm just getting information from a user. So a user will like type in @bot and then give it information, and then my bot will process that information and respond back with the requested information / response. So I'm doing that in Python. Eventually I'm gonna load it and use my Raspberry Pi that I bought. This is what a Raspberry Pi is. It's basically a mini computer, you can think of it. I'm gonna load the Python program here and run it endlessly forever. And yeah, that'd be a cool project. Or it is a cool project. I'm doing it now. I'm almost done. When I'm done with that, I will show you guys, because I think a lot of people will use it. It's a game. It's like a gaming kind of thing. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, moving on. I think I'm also going to make a post for JLV. I made some other posts for JLV for like the target player series, as I call it. I think this one's gonna be on Julian, because right now one of my friends is like on trial for soccer in the UK. I think it's Queen Park Rangers, QPR. Not sure if that's right. If it's not, my bad. If it is, hey. Lastly, I think I'm gonna make a post for your view, which I haven't done in God knows how long. I haven't dropped my photography. I like taking photos, but I just have a lot of other stuff that I want to do. But yeah, I've taken photos. I just haven't edited or like uploaded any photos. I think that's what I haven't done. I've taken a lot of photos, but I haven't uploaded anything. So that's my last item. Alright. Peace. So this is my Python script that I have so far. As you can see, the top part, I am passing in my API keys for my Twitter app. This is all provided by the Twitter documents, or the Twitter API documents. This section is the code to retrieve the JSON data for all the mentions that I want to work with. And this section is a for loop to basically display all the information from that JSON data. So it'll pass me back username, what they tweet, I believe their ID, yeah, their ID, the string ID or the str ID, I think. But yeah, so it looks like a Twitter feed more or less. So then I make a empty dictionary, and with the empty dictionary, I'm gonna put the tweets in there, which will allow me to work with it in my Python script. And then once all that's done, I update the since ID to the latest str ID, and I use the since ID to essentially limit how many mentions I get, or what kind of mentions I get. I want to get the most recent mentions, so you'll see later how I use that ID. As you can see, this looks exactly like a Twitter feed. It gives me the latest first, and it's cascading down. Right here, I'm concatenating the string, or the initial endpoint, and with that, as you can see, the since ID was updated, so I'm only going to get the tweets that are after a certain ID, which works perfect for my case.